Here's why downsales are crucial. In my experience, it's your duty, it's your obligation to help another person out. If somebody is in your pipeline, somebody's reaching out to you, if somebody is contacting you because they need your help, they're interested in what you offer, it means that it is your duty to help improve their lives. There's too many feelings around sales that is like yucky, it's unethical and stuff like that. All you're doing is giving a person a product or service that's going to improve their life. So it is your duty to close this person. Initially, how I think about it is like you are in the driver's seat, you're in control of this conversation. And let's say that this vehicle is a manual. Now, a manual vehicle, you can shift it into different gears depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to go slower, if you're approaching a turn, if you're trying to catch up to the other vehicle, whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? You can actually do that in a conversation, in a sales call with the person, all right? So you have to think about it that way. Like, how can I shift these gears to get this person to opt in to what I'm offering? Because I know that what I offer is going to improve their lives. Right, so let's say like you start off, right? The conversation is going to start off probably at the first gear. You're rarely getting the conversation. You're building trust and rapport, really listening to what the person is saying to you and what it is that they need help with, so that way you can craft an offer for them. All right. At this stage, you want to be able to get this conversation towards the end where you're actually pitching an offer to the person, because you know you have them on the call because they need your help. Okay. You don't have this person on the call just to have this person on the call. Don't waste the person's time, right? Ideally, you always want to have an offer at the end. So you have to learn how to shift gears in the conversation. As they're talking, think about the products, the core products and services that you offer, so that way you can offer it to them at the end, right? After you build a rapport and everything, at the end of the conversation, at the end of that discovery call, I just honestly just am straightforward with the person. I just say, I want to offer you something. Based off what you said, I really believe that I can help you out. And I have to really believe this. I have to really believe that the offer, service that I'm providing is really going to enhance this person's life. So I'm just very direct, right? Communication has to be direct, guys. It can't just be like, I just thought about this. Like, too many people just dance around what they're trying to say. Just be direct with the person. I have an offer that I'd like to propose to you. And then just ask for permission. Is it okay? Would you like to hear it? Sometimes people say, oh, I don't know, this and that, but just be like, I think it would really help you out. Just hear me out. And if it doesn't fit you, then, we can go on. Then you want to do the offer. The price point of your offer is whatever you determine to be the value of your offer. Okay, they don't have to agree with the price point. They might disagree with it. They might say it's too expensive, it's to this, it's to that. Okay, so let's say if I'm selling product, let's say for the month, I'm selling my services for you. Here's my offer, blah, 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 for $1,000, all right? Just to make the math easy for you guys. And they say, oh, that's a lot of money for me right now. That's initially what people are gonna say. Okay, you already in your mind have to learn how to start shifting gears. Okay, how to shift the offer that you're proposing to the person. So $1,000 for all this, and this, and they're like, it's too expensive. Okay, so what do you think, right? You want to put on the person. What do you think would be a good price point for this for you to get started? Now you're allowing them to think about it because you want to know what's going on in their head. What I like to do is I want to paint a picture in their mind. I'm like, okay, well, do you have a car? Yes. Do I have a house? Yes. Right. Have you ever used a credit card before? Yes. Okay. So I've already shown you and it makes sense to you. Why wouldn't you just use your credit card? Because you know you're going to make this money back, or you know that this is going to improve your life. You know that you're going to get this money at the end of next month or whatever. Like, it's an investment into you, because that's really what it is. When you offer a product or service, it's an investment for the person. All right. There's just a lot of fear based around the money. All right. Because most people are only living paycheck to paycheck mentality. All right. So you got to get them out of the mentality and be like, look, long term, the ROI for the investment is always there's going to be bigger returns than what you're actually paying in. You're actually giving the person a better offer than what they're actually paying for. Okay. Now, if they still give you an objection, you want to shift the gears again, just like I mentioned, like a car. So right now, let's say we're in fourth gear and we're kind of cruising. I want to shift it back into third gear and be like, okay, well, if you can't do 1,000, what if we did half of that price? What if I brought you in for $500, right? And then you can pay me the other $1,000 at the end of the month, or at the beginning of next month, or whatever it is. I just say, I'll give you the same offer, the same value. I give you everything that I just promised you, right? But we do have to agree that at the end of the month, you're going to give me the rest of what is due. Most people at that point would say yes, because that's a 50% difference than what you offered them first. And it just makes them better in their minds, right? It's not like it really made a big difference that $1,000 came out of pocket, because they're gonna make it back anyway. But at least in their mind, they do a little bit of, that TikTok thing that they say, girl math, right? Like, okay, well, I'm actually saving money because I'm only investing $500 right now, and then I can pay the other $500 later, right? If you still get the objection, you want to shift now into second gear, all right? So now you can lower the cost. You have to change the offer, right? That's what I mean. But like, you have to learn how to switch the offers. Doesn't mean that you are taking away from your product or services. It just simply means like, okay, well, since you can't do 500, now you put it back on them. what is something that you could do between $100 and $500, right? So I can really get you started, because I really just want to put you on my schedule, because I really want to send you all these tools and things so you can get started and you can start making your money, or you can start getting onto your journey or achieving these goals or whatever the case may be that it is that you're offering. And so at that point, the person can give you like, you know what, right now I only have about $200 or $300, whatever. And at that point, you can negotiate with the person. Okay, well, can you do this? If somebody tells me like $200, they'd be like, well, can you do $250 or can you do $300? Something like that, right? So you can negotiate with the person. Just be direct with the person. Just ask. You're asking for permission. You're not saying give me, all right? And if they keep going lower and lower, then at that point you'd be like, well, I can get you in. Let's say if it's only $100 that they can invest right now. But okay, well, I can get you in for $100. By the mid of this month, you'll give me another $200, whatever, $100, whatever is the agreement that you come up with them, right? But you have to realize that like, you have to shift gears with the offer. I'm gonna give you all of these things for this price point, but I'm getting you in only for it. Now, this does something psychologically to people, okay? If somebody that I'm working with, if they're like, I'll give you all of this and I'll bring you in for only $100 or $200 and I commit to it, I have already made a subconscious agreement with this person that I'm gonna follow through. You'd have to be reciprocated, right? They're gonna want to reciprocate it. When you have already invested into something, it's hard to break that habit, right? That's why most people just spend and get into more debt, because they can't break the habit. But if you put them into the habit of investing into this and you know it's gonna benefit their life, it's gonna be hard for them to say no when the pay comes due, right? Because you've already given them so much. I got you in for $100. I accommodated you. I'm helping you achieve your results, especially if it's something that you can really show them that it's giving them results. I'm giving you all my time and effort and everything like that. So now by the time the other payment is due, they don't even question it. If it comes down to the point where they're kind of like avoiding you and stuff like that, it's almost they feel embarrassed or guilty that they can't pay you because you've offered them so much already. The worst thing that any person who's offering a service or product can do is allowing a prospect a lead to just go. I can't afford it. I need to talk to my significant other. Those are two biggest objections. There's ways to go around that, right? But the biggest thing is like you want to get the person in for at least some dollar amount, because at least you know you got some profit in. And like I said, it's a psychology thing where they've already made the agreement, not just verbally, but now with finances. And so they're committed now. So they need to commit to it. It's like, I've already made the initial investment into it. I need to follow through with this, right? It's a subconscious thing. This is just how we function. You know, there's that saying like, those who pay attention. And it's true. If you pay into something, you're gonna want to continue to pay attention and continue to invest into it, because you know it's benefiting you. Your goal is to not let anybody go without making a payment. The goal is to always profit. You want to profit first. Get the person to put their foot in the door, and it's hard for them to take their foot out. Very few people who are just going to be like, I'm going to back out. I already made this initial investment. I'm going to back out. I put in $100 and I'm just going to back out. I'm not going to follow through with it. It's like, I already put in the $100 or whatever price point you guys agree to. And at this point, I got to commit all the way through and I got to finish the whole course. All right, so I hope this video is helpful. This is just some things that have really helped me out with generating income online as a creator. And you can apply this to any business. You can apply this to any product or service that you're offering. I think the number one way to make money online is to offer personalized services. And just to conclude this, I want to reference to Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich, where he says something along the lines of like, the fastest way to obtain riches is by personal services. If you focus on personalizing and really taking care of other people, that is the fastest way to riches. That is the fastest way to gaining money online. All right, see you guys in the next video. Peace.